Hopefully that's resurrected that defunct. Thank you for the heads up, mate. A little bit of a loose cable will do that. We got rushed. I thought we had the scheduled kickoff about 10 minutes later than what we ended up going with. So my apologies to everyone, but we are here now. So a big thank you to you all for persevering to this point. We're back and running. Should be able to hear me now. Been talking into the ether for the fun of it, but that's okay. Great to have you all tuning in now. Thank you to those who've hung around and persevered. It's been very sloppy from both sides early. Some ordinary back passes that have nearly led to goals both ways, putting the keepers under unnecessary pressure, both Mackenzie Arnold and Estefani Barreras. Good to have you back, Defunct. Start getting some frequent flyer miles, mate. The amount of streams you're coming onto, I love that. Goes all the way back now to Arnold again. Both looking a little disorganised after 15 minutes. Great to have everyone tuning in. If you haven't already and you're a footy fan, make sure after this one to check out our Team List Tuesday episode. We dropped a little earlier this afternoon. Mexico now playing it forward. A little clunky the passing. Carpenter steps in, takes it away. Should play it down the line for Fowler, but it'll just be deflected over the line by Hernandez for Mexico. And Australia will have a throw in about 20 metres from the byline on the right-hand side. Free channel merch. Yeah, that might be the next piece. I'm going to try and get some memberships once we get a little bit more of a following, Defunk, and try and create some positive chat communities where people can engage on sport. I know a few of the guys that came on board for the NBL in the early days, back when we had like 200 or 300 subscribers, were fans of that. So let's get a bit of a critical mass, and then yeah, certainly merch might come after that. And the loyal faithful, well, certainly, yeah, we'll do something there for you. It's all a little way off, but happy to grow it to that. It's been a fun journey so far. Didn't really expect this when I started the channel, but having a lot of fun with it, enjoying the company of a lot of you guys that have been around since the early days. The Matildas now. Mary Fowler takes a shot, deflected. The World Cup on the mind. The Socceroos, they'll be in action on Sunday, Australian time, the first game up against Turkey. We will be calling that one. Looking forward to it. I have two of the Socceroos pool games before I go on my mid-year holiday. I'm just having fun with it, Defunct. That's the main thing. As I said, it's just me sort of shouting into a void initially, and I was okay with that. So to have gotten it to where it is, and a couple of these streams recently with the Origin and stuff that have been more than 10,000 viewers is just crazy to think still. And all you guys have been part of it. It's been wonderful to have you. Great to have those of you who are jumping on now. If you haven't already, hit like on the video. Feel free to hit subscribe on the channel if you're enjoying it as well along the way, and get involved in those comments. As Australia now push forward here down the sideline. Rasso back to Carpenter. Carpenter happy to set it back to defence to Winona Heatley. Australia's just working it around. Not quite taking control just yet. Any corners yet, Nath? I don't think so. Let me have a look at the stats that we've got. No corners as yet, Nath. No corners. So 18 minutes and 20 seconds gone. Been pretty sloppy at the back. It feels like they'd be due some. But to be fair, there's only been 4 shots and none of them really have been anything of any significance. So now a lobbed ball forward from Mexico, and Claire Wheeler, the girl from Newcastle, will track that down and just let it roll all the way to Mackenzie Arnold before Arnold puts it out in front of her. She rolls it onto Catley. Yeah, that's a nice ball through, but Fowler's missed it. Quite sure how she missed that one, but she did. Now they're going forward here, Mexico. Opportunity here for Rodriguez. Pulls it up at the top of the 18-yard box. Tries to play it across. Got quite cute there and gave the Matildas defence some time to arrive. Caitlin Ford steps in, breaks it up for the time being. Now just pushed away again. The Mexicans keep coming here, though. They're not being seen off completely. Looking for a goal to break this open early doors. They scored in stoppage time in Newcastle in the first game on Saturday night. Again, though, Australia up to the task of just clearing it away for the time being, but it falls again to Saldivar. Plays it across now to Nieto. Now Reyes tracking back. They're resetting the Mexican side. Working it around all the way back to Barreras. Now Australia all of a sudden Fowler trying to prod a ball through as they push down into the attacking half. Goes wide to Rasso. It's fixing an issue with our scoreboard, guys. Apologies. Mexico beat some big teams in recent times. Yeah, I think they're pretty handy. I think they're severely underrated, and we found that out on Saturday night. Just saw your message, Nathan. Over 8 corners total, but under 1.5 first half. We've got our first corner right now, so there's your first one. Just confirm for me, is that under 1.5 corners in the first half, but over 8? Or are you looking for over 8 corners in the first half? Here comes Fowler, pushing it along. Opportunity here for Wheeler to take a strike. Comes off the outside of a Mexican boot. Headed down opportunity. Alana Kennedy, it's come off the keeper. Mistakes galore there at the back, and Alana Kennedy will get credited with the first goal. That is just diabolical defending. It's spewed a few different ways, and you've got to feel a little bit for them. But it wasn't to be. And Australia take the lead 1-0. And even Alana Kennedy sees the funny side of that. And after 22 minutes, the Matildas lead. Well, there's your first one. You don't want any more. So you want over 8 corners. So we've got 1 goal and 1 corner so far. It's going to be nervy times, Nath. I'm cheering for you, though, mate. I hope they can do it. Easy goal. Came down from the header from Kerr, then bounced off Hernandez, and then just got poked through the legs of a defender from Kennedy, took a misdirection, and away they went. Now they're pushing forward again into the box here. Sam Kerr takes a strike that is deflected away by a Mexican defender. And out of off Espinoza, and we'll have a second corner here. So there's your second corner. So we need to stay 1-0 for you. That's what I'm hearing. No, they were judged that as a goal kick, and Mexico have taken it and brought it out. So I thought it took a deflection for sure. It was a wild shot if it didn't take a deflection. Just trying to fix this scoreboard so the logos show for everyone, but it doesn't seem to want to be cooperating. There we go. We got there in the end. As Australia go on the attack again, Rasso pushing forward on the deflection, trying to get another one there. Not happening. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Ellie Carpenter pushing forward. Little jersey tug for her. And Foul is given against Diana Ordonez. Always happy to cheer on people's bets. Gives us all something a little more. Gets a bit tricky when you're betting against each other, but that's okay. Wonderful to have you all with us, guys. Make sure, if you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. All that sort of stuff just helps us to grow our platform. Fowler to score one anytime, and both teams to score into Mexico to win. Oh, you got some complex ones. So basically what I'm seeing is you need Fowler to score, then Mexico to score 3, but all in the second half from here, but plenty of corners in the meantime. Okay, we'll see how we go. I'm not sure I can cheer against the Matildas for you there, Nath, but we'll see how we go. 25 minutes gone. As I said, we'll have plenty of World Cup games coming on the channel as well. I'll have some more rugby league and then basketball once we get back into the basketball seasons again. With the Euro League and the Australian NBL. Ball goes back here now for Carpenter, who's deputising at the back. Wheeler goes all the way back to Mackenzie Arnold. You got to be in it to win it, Nath. You got to be in it to win it. Carpenter again. Back to Arnold. Under pressure. Only just gets that out past the Mexican defence, and all of a sudden they snap on it. Saldivar gets it, and there is the first Mexican goal. And again, Australia playing out from the back, making a mistake. And Diana Ordonez has got a tap-in goal for Mexico to level the scoring after 26 minutes. Both goals have come about from just poor defending, realistically. Far from the clinic that you want to see. The Mexican crowd in Bay 105 goes wild. 7+ corners. Right, so we need a few goals here. Good to have you, Len. Need a few goals here, but we need plenty of corners. That's everyone's starting point. Unfortunately, Nath, you're under 1.5 first half is cooked already, and we've still got 18 and a bit minutes to go. Ball was just prodded in there after they couldn't get the clearance away. They're trying to play out from the back. Mexico are pressing. And away Mexico go. And as I say, Diana Ordonez just had to tap it in because Mackenzie Arnold was way out at the front post. Dear, oh dear. Joe Montemuro looks perplexed. Somewhere between perplexed and irate. I don't know if there's a middle ground between those two. But anyway, we soldier on. We had to wait 92 minutes for a goal the other night. Tonight, we've got 2 in 26. And now they're trying to play out from the back again, Australia. How could that go wrong? There you go. They turn it over again. Well done. Saldivar plays it forward. Misdirected pass from the Mexicans. And Winona Heatley wins out. Now she plays it forward. Fowler with acres of space in front of her goes wide to the left. Australia go on the attack. Down to the 18-yard box. This is an end-to-end football. Plays it into feet, and then it's pushed over the line, and that will be a corner. There's another corner for the corner team. So this will be the second corner. Second for the Matildas. Estefani Borreras barking orders at her team as Australia gets set for the corner. Mary Fowler with the one to take it. Fowler pulls up at this one. 28 minutes gone and change. Floats it in to the edge of the 18-yard box. Keeper's out off the line and missed it, but it's parried out of play again for another corner. This time Bernal just sees it away at the back post. So Australia will now go to the right edge of their attack for a second corner. Back to back here, a third corner of the match. Here we go. So this time it'll be Catley to take it. She looks at the short option. Alana Kennedy trying to get herself into prime position. She's one of the targets with height. No Van Egmond out there. She's probably the primary. Catley taking her time. She'll strike it with the left boot. Rasso trying to make a move. Driven in low and flat to the front post and pushed away. And what are we going to say here? Referee says goal kick. Caitlin Ford seems perplexed. No more corners for the time being. We move on. So now Estefani Barreras waves her team up. Mexican goalkeeper drives long. Heatley does well to keep it in play. Now the Mexican side turns it over on halfway, takes it away, but not for long. Carpenter has the ball now. Working, trying to find options. Rasso pushing deep back to pick the ball up and get involved. Mexico turns it over here and they're through in on goal. Delgado takes a strike. Oh my, that didn't miss by much. It had Arnold beat on her line. That was a good strike. I reckon that has possibly gone over the crossbar by about 15 to 20 centimetres. Delgado from outside the 18-yard box. Maybe it was 30 centimetres. It wasn't far away, though. It was certainly enough that it would have been a nervous moment for Mackenzie Arnold. She was a good 4 or 5 metres off the line. She was out towards the front of a 6-yard box. And she was beaten for sure. Now Australia play it out again. And they got away with another one. Now they try and thread the eye of the needle. They've somehow gotten it past everyone, including Sam Kerr, the pass was intended for. I can potentially work on something there, Len. I'm not sure on how I go about. Let's see if I've got that setting available on this scoreboard. Customize, let's see. No, that doesn't have it. No, this one doesn't have a clock, unfortunately, mate. I can just try and keep you up to date every couple of minutes is about the best I can do at the moment. I'll have a look into that and see if I can find another one of the scoreboards on this program for future games for the World Cup. I think that's probably a good piece. I get so trapped because I'm used to using them for rugby league, and trying to start and stop the clock is a bit painful, but certainly for football, makes much more sense. A well-raised point. So I'll have a look at trying to bring something together for that for future games. I might even have a look at halftime and see if I can find anything. Mexico play a ball through. It was a dangerous ball for from Hernandez, but no one followed through on it. They had all the time in the world to get through after it, Mexico. And that'll be 32 minutes gone now. So the Matildas played out from the back. They're very much trying their luck with some of these balls they're trying to thread, and they turn it over again inside their defensive half. Saldivar plays it back, and Catley's there, plays it back to Arnold, who decides enough of farting about and just lobs it long. And so now Mexico, about 20 from the byline, will have a throw in. They lob it forward now into goal, and I'm not sure if Arnold was late to react there, but that was just off target from Caceres. Just beating Australia at the back. It just seems a little bit clunky, I'm going to be honest, from the Matildas so far. But here they come. Ball pushed in behind looking for Rasso, and the Mexican defence is up to it. Rodriguez just pushes it over the sideline. We throw in about 10 out from the byline on the right-hand edge for Australia. Now they work it around, looking for options. Push it back now to Heatley. Lob ball forward, too heavy for Kerr. Barreras calls off her team. Yeah, both goals, Harry, have been pretty sloppy to start with. Not exactly a textbook show for how to display, I wouldn't have thought. As thinking not textbook, that was a rugby tackle on Caitlin Ford. My goodness. Just literally put her arms around her waist and try to drag her to ground, the Mexican defender. Interesting times. Now, Matildas drive this into the box. It's headed away by the Mexican defence. Back to Carpenter, who's playing the sweeper role on the set piece. Rasso nearly dispossessed, has to pop it back to Carpenter, who's tracking back towards halfway. Puts it back to Wheeler, who's in the centre circle. Almost 35 minutes gone. Carpenter wide on the right now. Plays it through to Wheeler. Out wide again to Rasso. No options present in front, so she goes back to halfway with Carpenter. Carpenter plays it across. Heatley. Sweeping ball, just teasing one of the runners from Mexico. It was inches out of her reach for Saldivar. Now they work it across. Back to the right, and here goes Carpenter. Right out to the utmost extremity of the pitch on the right-hand side for Rasso, who cuts in along the top of the 18-yard box. Looks to feed a ball. It's tapped back looking for Rasso, but the angle a little too much. And now Mexico go on the quick counter-attack with Ordonez, their goal scorer. But Heatley takes it away, pushes it forward, and the ball is one out. Caitlin Torpy prods it on, the Newcastle United player, and it goes over the sideline. Great to have everyone tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in the comments, as plenty of you already done. As Rasso pushes forward, cops a hip check. Referee says play on. Carpenter gets a nice heavy touch forward into plenty of space on the right-hand edge of the 18-yard box. Crosses it in, beats a couple. Oh, that's an own goal. Wow. That's been played back onto the post, into the back of the keeper. Sam Kerr's claiming it. We'll have to take a look at the replay. So, to the naked eye in the 36th minute, that was an own goal. And that's 3 goals from 3 sloppy bits of defence. Australia lead 2-1. Here we go. Rasso pushing forward. They wanted the foul. It was temporarily cleared. Carpenter gets a toe forward, runs down to the edge of the 18-yard box on the right, crosses it in. No, it was Sam Kerr, just got a stab on it. Again, came across here. There's a little touch from the Mexican defender, put it in the path of Kerr, who just poked a boot at it, hit the woodwork after a deflection, and then off the back of Barreras. So that will be credited to Sam Kerr. It won't be an own goal, but again, sloppy defending, little deflections, falling in favour of Australia there, and it is 2-1 to the Matildas after 37 minutes. They've chalked it up as an own goal against Barreras. Now, Mexico taking a strike from well outside the box, and it soars over. Could have had 2 goals on top of each other, and it still would have gone over the crossbar. I'm going to be honest, I think that's tough after watching the replay to have that on Barreras. It's just a deflection. It was the shot from Kerr and the deflection from the defender. As Mexico push forward here, opportunity. Putting the pressure on. It's Delgado. Now they prod it forward. I wonder if the flag stays down here. That's okay. Carpenter's going to sniff back through and clear it. I would suggest that's gone over the byline for a corner. So the corner now coming. They go the short corner here to Delgado. Plays it outside the top of the 18-yard box. They work back to that left edge where Saldivar is now. She crosses it in, but it's miles away from anything. It's almost outside the 18-yard box. Pulled up on the volley by Bernal. And a strike taken from Delgado, but Arnold deals with it cleanly. Lana Kennedy drops the shoulder into someone who's trying to shepherd Mackenzie Arnold off the ball. There's a bit of good old Aussie aggression. As Torpy plays it into Fowler. Hasn't had a lot of involvements. Australia's gone very much around the outside versus through the middle. 39 minutes gone. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Make sure to get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you're cheering for, or if, like a lot of people on here, you just want to see lots of corners because that's what the bets seem to be. Nathan, your first half bet didn't get up, but hopefully maybe something out of your others. Maybe a Fowler goal. I'd like to see a Mary Fowler goal. Wonderful to have you all tuning in, guys. As forward plays it down the left now. Now the ball into Fowler. She's into the 18-yard box in a dangerous position. Has to turn it back, though. Strike taken from distance and soars over the crossbar from Alana Kennedy. She was looking for a double. So Alana Kennedy got the opener. Diana Ordonez got the equaliser. Then an own goal through the work of Sam Kerr as Claire Wheeler takes a blazing strike at that from the edge of the 18-yard box and catches Barrera snapping. It looks like we will have a corner. She might have just got a fingertip to this. Estefani Barrera. She certainly did, just enough to push it wide. Barrera was flying out of a box, ready to go and take that ball, and then realising it caught almost in no person's land. 41 minutes gone. Cross into the box here, dangerous, almost falls for Carpenter. On the volley, pushed wide from Wheeler. They're not afraid to take their shots in this game, the Aussies. Interesting to see if there's changes that reign at half-time for either of these sides. Certainly neither defensive unit has covered themselves in glory, I wouldn't think. Now Australia go on the attack again. Wheeler's getting herself involved a lot in the forward areas. 41.5 minutes gone. Now they work back across the midfield here, the Matildas. Comes to Carpenter. Back on the right edge. This is the wing back. Goes forward to Rasso. Plays it into Kennedy. She plays it through, looking for someone that she thought was there, but clearly wasn't. Mexico turn it over. They play it forward, looking for a bit of pace on the outside from Saldivar, but she wasn't that quick. Matildas take the quick throw in. 3 minutes of regulation time remaining in this first half. Now, they play down the left side. They've favoured the right, the Matildas. Mexico shut that down, and Steph Catley is collected and a foul called. Interesting note, the defender Reina Reyes for Mexico is a club teammate of Mackenzie Arnold at Portland Thorns. A little bit of overlap there, which is an interesting one. As Carpenter goes forward, plays it wide now out to Rasso. She tries to cross it into the box. Another deflection on the volley. Sam Kerr looked like she could have almost stretched her groin out. She had to get almost into the splits to strike that and pushed it over the crossbar. 2 minutes of regulation time remaining. Now, that was a well-struck ball by Rasso. Just sat up a little higher than Kerr would have liked, trying to get through it. Pops it over the crossbar. Australia look to be getting on top. Just got to convert their chances. Both sides need to work on their defensive execution. As Rasso plugs that into the boot of a Mexican midfielder in Ordonez, the goal scorer. Jay Montemiro looks a depressed sight. He doesn't often look super excited, but Carpenter takes the throw for Kennedy. Fowler plays it on. Kerr working in behind. Plays it across now. Beautiful ball for Torpy. She's got time and space. She's got a heavy touch there, but it feels friendly out wide to the left. But I think the offside flag is going to go up against Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford looks personally aggrieved every time anything goes against her. Australian captain. Call's correct. She's a good half a metre offside. Now, Barreras goes long over halfway. It's headed forward a couple of times by the Matildas before Reyes goes back and sends it all the way back to Barreras. She plays it out wide to the right to Reyes. Reyes will come down the line. Nieto. Nieto goes long. No one there for her. They tick down the last couple of seconds of regulation time. We'll see if there is any added time to be played. There will be a little. Only a couple of seconds, says the referee. And at half time, it is 2-1. The goal scorers, Lana Kennedy and Diana Ordonez, respectively, and an own goal credited to Estefani Barreras. So at half time, it is 2-1. I'll run through some of those key stats for those that are of interest. So corners, that's the big one. We're up to 5 teams. So we've got 4 for Australia, 1 for Mexico. 3 shots on target each, 13 shots to 7 for the Australians. Australia, 70% ball possession. So that's certainly really interesting. That's most of the pieces that we're really talking about. Not too busy digging into any of the others. But as I said, 2-1 at the break. We'll take a short break here at halftime. Len, I'll try and see if I can find a clock that I can jimmy up onto the screen for you without being too complex. And we'll see what we can do coming into this second half. No guarantees, but I'll do my best. Give me a moment. We'll be back in the second half in about 10 minutes, guys. Look forward to seeing you then. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in the comments as well, as plenty of people have done tonight. It's been a great start. See you all in about 10. Hello and welcome back for the second half as we're getting set for things to get underway. And they are underway now. A little bit of an issue with our scoreboard at the moment. We can't update it. I tried to add a clock to it and it seems to have sent it into a spiral. So might just have to deal with it as it is for the time being and hope that it resurrects itself shortly. In the meantime, we will keep operating. So there has been some changes at half time. Just confirming who they are. Looks like we've got we've got a foul now, but Shelley's rule out there. Caitlin Torpey's gone shoulder to shoulder with Caceres. Edged out in yard box. The referee's played it on. It's looking for these confirmations of the substitutes, but we'll keep on keeping on for the time being. Australia trying to work out of their own end, and what was played into legs there by Caitlin Torpey. So rules come on for Heatley. It's the only change at the moment. Just trying to change up their defence a little. Matildas. 2 minutes gone in this second half. Great to have you all tuning in. Don't be shy. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from and what you're cheering for, who you're backing, who you think is going to get it done. Let me know as well, who are you backing for the World Cup coming up not far away, the Men's World Cup. An opportunity to play the ball on there for Ordonez is blocked by rule. So it will be a throw in. And so we are having some technical issues and difficulties with our scoreboard at the moment. A bit of technical difficulty. We won't be long. None of the scoreboard going down. The stream's gone down for a moment as well. We'll be back with you in a split second. As you said, just the one change at halftime after a half that saw 3 goals. Matilda's on top at the halftime break. Certainly an interesting time for both sides. Almost 5 minutes gone here in this second half. Still 2 goals to 1. Lee Carpenter down on the ground at the moment, just looking for some treatment. The referee calling the physio on very quickly. Anna Kennedy's having a laugh. I'm not sure what's happened there. Ford did well keeping it inside the byline, and on friendly fire. That's why Lana Kennedy's laughing. She's taken a strike, and Ellie Carpenter's denied her a goal. So it doesn't hit Ellie Carpenter. That's going into the back of the net. Yeah, there should certainly be sound coming through. Owen, I'm not sure why you're not getting any. Thanks, Len. Glad you're getting some. I'm not sure what happened when I tried to put that clock on Len, but it's absolutely fried our scoreboard, mate. So we've got sound now. Should hopefully have sound. A little bit on mine lacking as well. It's okay now. All right, Owen, that's great, mate. Sure, I lost some sound on my output, but should be all good now for you all. So the good news is everyone's back to their feet. Carpenter's gone off. She's denied her teammate a goal. And then as we've gone back into play, we've had a foul here out wide. So Steph Catley, the one over the ball. Mary Fowler with her. Now Carpenter lays it off. Take a strike from Fowler. Goes over the crossbar well and truly. Quite sure I'm having one of those days. The feed's gone all jittery all of a sudden. Might be an issue with Paramount. There we go. It's settled again now. We should be back to hopefully normal transmissions. Not quite. Interesting times. We'll continue on. Certainly opportunity here for Mexico as they push forward, but Arnold clears it. Forward, traps it, just short of halfway, plays it forward. They've got some space and they go out wide now. Carpenter will play it down the line and Rasso cuts inside. The top of the 18-yard box. A little bit of confusion there and Lana Kennedy got in the way. Before it was Kennedy that had someone get in the way. This time it's Kennedy getting in the way and Rasso had to track back. She's dragged down by Carla Nieto. And Australia gets a foul in a reasonably dangerous position. Played into the box and it's deflected off Hernandez and goes out for... No, it's not going to be a corner. We're going to come back and take it again. The referee says, I was not ready for that. We're going to come back and go again. Perplexing use of time, but it trickles away nonetheless. Australia stay on top, 2-1. Of course, don't forget that Chelsea, including a couple of these players in the Matildas side, will be over to take on the A-League All-Stars women on the 12th of August. That'll be an absolutely cracking encounter, not that far away. Just over 8 weeks now. That'll be as we build towards another season of Australian football, which will be cracking as they play this into the box. Ball tapped on from Kerr, just a little too heavy. Forward was going to try and sneak through and get a finish on it. Oh my, this game, it's got a little bit of everything. As Ford plays it infield now. Fowler returns it to Ford. Can't get the passway to Kerr. Kerr pushing through. Just sent to the air by Espinoza. Not completely dealt with. Brought down. Barreras gets a touch on it, but not completely cleared. Now they get it away to Torpy and Kennedy. Kennedy drops it back. Catley, Torpy. Further back again to Ruse. They try and work it around. Wheeler in a wider position. They feed the ball in, but forward zagged when she should have zigged. Great to have everyone tuning in. Make sure to please hit like on the video. Love it if you hit subscribe on the channel. That does allow us to continue to grow the platform. The more we can grow the platform, the more content we can do. Trying to push up to 1,100 subscribers in the next week or so as Sam Kerr gets a little feather on this, but going to be too fine. Caitlin Ford then comes across the other side and rattles it into the side netting. Looks promising from the Matildas. Doesn't look promising. Sam Kerr, just a little hobble there. I'll keep an eye on that. Back they go to their goalkeeper in Barreras, the Mexicans. Trying to work it around, trying to conjure something. All 3 goals, it's fair to say, in the first half came from sloppy defending. As Reyes plays it back now. And again, there's just some sloppy back passing. They're going to put Barreras under pressure. She's just got to go the long clearance because nothing presents. Catley gets it down and played on. All the way down now to Mackenzie Arnold, who's out of her 18-yard box and plays it forward. Mexico win out. They play the ball forward here now, up to halfway. Caceres plays it in front. Opportunity here for the Mexican side. Bernal gets an early ball into the box. Beats one defender. And I'm not quite sure that was intentional from Ellie Carpenter, but my oh my. Some erroneous defending nearly costing Australia a second goal there. Here we go. It's great. Strong work there from Mexico to get it forward, but they just couldn't convert. Now Australia working it through Wheeler. You wonder at what point Joe Montemuro might go to his bench here. Again, Ruse plays it wide to Carpenter, down the line to Rasso. Carpenter's trying to make another run. Drops back to Kennedy. She thought about lobbing it down the line. Pulls it up now, back to Wheeler. Wheeler tries to stab it out in front for Rule, but wasn't well hit. Now the ball trickling back, and Mexico have pounced on it through Caceres. She's going to try and accelerate to the outside, decides to come back, and it's just poked at by Caitlin Torpey, and the Mexican side will have a throw. 57.5 minutes gone here. The throw will be from Reina Reyes. Ball's returned, or endeavoured to be returned to her, but Mary Fowler wins out, although she has it taken back off her by Reyes. Probed into the box, and it's broken down. Fowler lofts it long towards halfway, and tracking all the way back is Kimberly Rodriguez. She'll pick it up, and she'll play it wide to the left for Mexico. Hayley Rasso takes it away for the time being. She's travelling backwards at a rate of knots, and oh dear, another mistake at the back. It's played back in, opportunity here, and eventually Catley cleans it up, but the back pass again was pounced on by Ordonez. And that is the 3rd or 4th time that Australia have made a mistake playing the ball back behind their lines. Unfortunately for Australia, there's only one runner there in Ordonez, and she didn't have any support because she drew Arnold, just played it across in front of an open goal, and Catley got there maybe 2 strides before Jasmine Caceres could have arrived and likely finish a second goal from another mistake at the back. Angelique Saldivar. She takes the corner. Floats it very deep outside the 18-yard box in the end. It wasn't quite where she wanted in terms of angles. And Rodriguez has a collision with Rule, and it's ruled a foul in favour of Mexico. 59 minutes gone. Great to have you all tuning in. Mexican coach Lopez is up on his feet, pacing about now. Dangerous free kick. At 25 out, 5 in from the left-hand sideline, but just floated up into the 6-yard box. Mackenzie Arnold comes out, takes it in 2 hands cleanly. There's a double overhand, almost like a sideline throw-in the end for Mary Fowler. Fowler plays it back to Rule. Rule will come wide to Catley. Then to Torpy. Streaming down the left flank, plays it infield. Gets a return pass. Goes centrally to Kennedy, holding it up. Thought about going straight down the middle. Decides better of it. Comes back across the left now to Torpy. Torpy and Wheeler. Kennedy. Played it into legs. It was a misstep, but now she gets around to the edge of the 18-yard box. Plays it in. Caitlin Ford. Doesn't have a line to strike at goal, so just works on some tight angles. Plays it off legs into a deflection, and now the Mexican side will clear it away with a little prod. It's out in front now of Ordonez. She's over halfway now. That's very optimistic ball, trying to put it in front for Caceres. But it takes Carpenter to pick it off. And she will go all the way back to Arnold. Carpenter down the line now, looking for Rasso. Rasso gets that one under pressure. Doesn't have a whole lot of space. Has to cut an angle and turn away. Fowler picks it up here. 3 defenders all around her immediately. Kennedy for Ford. Ford just lets it run through her legs and out wide now. Away comes Caitlin Torpy. She's got time and space. Puts it out in front of Ford, who gets it just inside the 18-yard box. Tries to cross it into the box. It's beaten about 6 different players. 4 from Mexico, 2 from Australia, and then eventually is cleaned up by Nicolette Hernandez, who meanders away out of the 18-yard box and plays it forward. Return pass from Delgado. They go backwards to try and go forwards, Mexico. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Don't be shy. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. 61.5 minutes gone here. It's a downhill run as we have a very heavy collision between Torpy and one other. The assistant referee, they flagged in after the fact there. So it was Torpy and Saldivar. There is a foul there from Torpy as she comes through after she got the ball. But the assistant referee has taken an age to make this decision. I thought we were going away for a throw-in. And then all of a sudden, well down the track, they've decided to give their flag a little waggle. Throw comes in from Reyes. Fowler takes it away, cuts to the outside, feeds the ball into Kerr. Kerr back to Ford. There's a dynamic trio if you've seen one. Kennedy lofts it wide and long out in front, the diagonal cross for Ellie Carpenter, who puts on the afterburners, gets past Hernandez. Bendigo, what a wonderful part of the world, Owen. There's a wonderful part of the world. You guys are going to have the NBL Blitz, the preseason competition for the basketball, mate. I don't know if you're a basketball fan, but definitely in early September, go and check that out. It'll be a pretty cool little piece for Bendigo to have. I've spent a few trips to Bendigo with my day job. It's a great part of the world, I think. As Mexico go on the attack. Push forward here, looking for Ordonez again. She certainly looked a handful, the goal scorer. Plays for the Tigres club in Mexico as Caitlin Ford lobs this on. It was a bit of a half-hearted pass and wasn't really with a particular target in mind looking at it. Now Fowler similarly just drives it forward. 63.5 minutes gone. Just the one change between the two sides so far. You have to feel that coaches might try and get some more minutes into some other players. Time will tell, I suppose, as ball's played forward here. Player taken down. We might see the referee go to a pocket here for Charlize Rule. Rule just putting the pressure on here against Caceres. Last-ish line of defence. And Rule has got herself a yellow card there. Second yellow of the game. Greta Espinoza the first earlier on. Now, again, this one's almost in line with the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Probably another 9 to 10 metres downfield. So Be a fair strike from there, but they floated into the box here, Mexico. Header comes down, opportunity. A little fingertip save. It's still pinballing around. Opportunity cleared by Wheeler for now. And Wheeler comes forward and pushes it downfield again. Sam Kerr charging forward, trying to put the pressure on, and away they go here. They get this stolen ball and pushing forward with a couple of numbers are the Matildas. Second wave comes with Fowler. They just played into feet, and the deflection falls very friendly for Estefani Barreras. Wonderful contest as Arnold at the other end got a parry on it, and a couple of deflections from Bernal, the captain. Couldn't get it into the net. Somehow fingertip saves from Mackenzie Arnold. And away they went, Haley Rasso and Sam Kerr on the breakaway, but it wasn't to be. The ball spills over the sideline, well shepherded by Wheeler. Steph Catley taking her time with the ball now. 66 minutes have passed. Still plenty of time for more goals here. Catley under pressure. Caceres chasing hard. Played back centrally. Now working it back, all the way back from forward to Arnold inside the 18-yard box. Let's try and do that to make the scoreboard a little cleaner. What we're trying to do here. Fortunately, I still can't update it. That's the challenge we're going to have. If there is another goal. Now Rasso back to Carpenter. All the way back to Ruse, who goes back, who goes back to the goalkeeper in Arnold and drives it long, finds Torpy, who's just absolutely flattened with legitimate contact from Reyes. And here comes Saldivar. Wheeler does well. Saldivar gets a boot in, and that'll be an Australian throw in as they try and work their way out of their own end. Wheeler, for mine, has been one of the best on the pitch so far, although Saldivar's been quite strong as well. Great to have you all tuning in. Kerr, pass it on now to Ford. Tries to pass it back to Kerr. It's taken away. There is Saldivar trying to play the ball through. She managed to maintain possession, though. Skips around Kennedy, pulls back. Now they force it wide. Pulled into the box and falls. Friendly bounce for the Mexican side. They floated out wide. Nieto into the box here. Headed on. Off target. But not completely dealt with as Hernandez picks it up on the left-hand edge of the box. Ellie Carpenter gets a boot in. Then a little chip pass. Deflected. Appeals for handball. Referee not having any part of that. Caceres is back now on the left edge. Midway down the half. Rotate the ball around. There's the missed pass. Rasso. Kennedy. Speaking of missed passes, Kennedy just hands it over to Hernandez, who goes down the line, and Carpenter shoulder to shoulder. Plays it into the feet in the end, deep in the corner, and will earn a throw for Australia. Carpenter versus Caceres. There's a good battle, well worth watching. Wonderful to have everyone tuning in. 20 minutes and 30 seconds remaining of regulation time. We had no stoppage time in the first half. This is often the case in friendlies. As Carpenter prods this forward for Fowler, appeals for handball from the Mexican side, but Fowler maintains possession, and then a loose pass. Torpy does well to step in and take it away. She's racing downfield. The defender's going to have to make a decision here. Does she pull to the inside? No, the ball played out in front of Ford. Ford pulled on the jersey. It'll be interesting to see if there's any advantage played here. Doesn't matter. Caitlin Ford finishes into the back of the net. And that is 3-1. As I said, unfortunately, we can't update the scoreboard because the scoreboard software's had a moment. Well, it's had a long moment. It's been broken since half time. We'll put it in the chat. That's the best I can do, guys. And a third goal to Australia. Caitlin Ford probably would have been coming back for a card, possibly even a red. She had to sold it, but instead she just played the game, played the whistle and played on. And it all came from the wonderful work of Torpy, backing the pace of her captain. And then Ford with a beautiful little turn back and strike on a very tight angle, not much space to work with. Matilda's captain gets it done. She turned Reina Reyes inside out and then threaded it between 4, make that 5 defenders and the goalkeeper in the end. Just found a beautiful little shooting lane. Threaded the needle and gets Australia up to a 3-1 lead. Might see some changes here now. We're seeing a bit of a delay. Well, we'll see McNamara and McKenna come on. Sam Kerr's going to make her way off. Great to see Holly McNamara out there. It's had a rough, very rough run with injuries. So Hayley Rasso, the other player, coming off. Also had a change with Reina Reyes coming off for Mexico. And Jasmine Caceres. Nieto as well. So 3 players looks like coming off for Mexico. As now Australia push forward looking for another goal here from Fowler. See, one of the players coming on is Veronica Corral. We've got her on for Mexico. We'll work on who the others are in a moment. That'll be Robles and Soto. Now Australia working it forward. Trying to push for a 4th goal. 74 minutes gone now. Rule. Plays it wide to Carpenter. Push it all the way back now to Catley. Back behind the centre circle. She plays it wide there. Opportunity to push forward out in front of McNamara here. In the edge of the 18-yard box. She cuts away out to the left further. Carpenter gets a good touch around the outside. Floats it into the box. Looking for Caitlin Ford at the back post. And it's just punched over the top by Estefani Barreras. And then cleared long by the Mexican side. Go over the sideline on halfway to the left-hand side of attack for the Australians for a throw-in. Well and truly on top now, the Matildas. Australia with a lofted throw in. Forward fighting for it. Opportunity in the box here for Fowler on the right-hand edge of the 18-yard box. Flicks it in, brought down by McNamara. Can't quite control it. It's come off the back of the head there of McKenna. But she wins out in the end. Wheeler pushes it forward now, looking for Fowler, who's wide on the right. But Nicoletta Hernandez wins out. Now ball played out in front. Opportunity, Ordonez. Scrappy in the box. 1 sec, Len. I'll check that for you, my friend. Let's have a look. Corners. We are at total corner kicks 6. 4 to Australia, 2 to Mexico. Just 1 since half time. So now Mexico working it around in the defensive half, just behind their centre circle. Rebecca Bernal. Glad it's back, mate. I'm glad it's back. It's always good. A few issues. You need 7, so 1 more. As the offside flag goes up against Mexico here. 77 minutes gone. Feels like both sides are settling back into a bit of a clunky rhythm as Palacios is on the ball. Now that's floated forward. That's a nice ball out in front for Robles. But Ford is there. She's going to track it and push it across the sideline and concede the throw. Robles will take it. Another change coming here. Sanchez will be on in jersey 7. She'll replace Diana Ordonez, the goal scorer. So Maria Sanchez on. That's now 5 changes that have been rung by the Mexican side. As Holly McNamara breaks down the left here, and she's just streaking away, the youngster. Pulls up. She looked across it. No, she pulls it back down the line to Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford now on for Torpy. Torpy with the ball here. They're about 40 from goal. Make that 50 from goal. They've gone all the way back to halfway with Catley and Wheeler. Torpy backtracking over halfway with Catley, who now goes down the line, and it's broken up. But Kennedy pushes it forward, looking for McNamara. McNamara wins out. Caitlin Ford over the ball. Managed to beat one defender. Tries to feed it through a pack of 3, looking for a run for McNamara. Doesn't work out. And Robles is there and gives it back to her keeper in Barreras. Now, Carpenter wins out again. She saved the day for another chance. And push it across to Catley. Plenty of ball movement happening. It's a heavy touch all the way back now to Charlize Rule. Rule on the ball. Pushes it wide now to Carpenter on the right. Ten minutes remaining. It's Wheeler pushes forward now. Carpenter made a run. She ignored that. McNamara now pushed it into the box. The back stick for Ford. She's looking for another one. Just on the edge of the 6-yard box. Maintains possession over the ball. Referee says play on. Caitlin Ford was just trying to milk that. Now McKenna wins out on the ball. Plays it back to Ford. Ford inside the 18-yard box. Floating it around. Playing with it. Australia taking it on. McKenna deep in the corner here. Trying to earn a throw. No, decides to play back to Caitlin Ford. Ford working away across the top of the 18-yard box. Drops it back to Catley now. Catley's 30 from goal. 10 in from the left sideline. Catley working now with Wheeler. Catley pushes forward. McKenna. She's got Torpy free on that left side. Played it into the box and it beats two Australians. Goes straight between two of the players pushing forward. And now Mexico clear it away. They drive it long, looking for a run in behind from Bernal. Mackenzie Arnold stabs that with a toe, doesn't get fully on top of it. Charlie's Rule comes and pushes out, cleans the ball out to Torpy. Torpy gets a little bump, and that'll be a foul against Alice Soto. I'd be surprised if we see some more changes shortly for the Australians. 3 changes so far. Jay Montemiro want to throw a small window of time into a couple of his players, or is he really cognizant of pushing on for the win with 8.5 minutes remaining? Great to have you tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Both those things do help us to grow the platform. Obviously wonderful when you're watching as the ball goes into the box for McNamara and a good sliding tackle. Kimberly Rodriguez just snatches it as McNamara was about to wind up and goes over the byline. So it will be another corner there, Len. So that should be your 7th corner. Hopefully a nice juicy multi for you. Solid crowd in. They got 23,000 on Saturday night, almost 18,500 tonight in Western Sydney. Australia trying to turn the screws here with a corner. Tisha McKenna trying to make a nuisance of herself. One of the 2 Melbourne City players who've come on off the bench today, her and Holly McNamara. Catley low and flat, driven in. Foul, I thought about it, but it's been volleyed out of the air. Headed forward by Wheeler. Brought down, a nice touch by Soto. She'll play it across now and they'll slide to the left. Rodriguez pushes it forward now. Maria Sanchez. Back to Delgado. Delgado now for Bernal, the captain. She swings it back to the left. 83.5 minutes gone. Little deflection sits that up nicely. Mackenzie Arnold takes it after what I think was a cross from Maria Sanchez. Time continues to tick on here. Heading towards the final 6 or so minutes. As Letitia McKenna turns it over, but a friendly deflection sees it fall for Claire Wheeler. I'd say Wheeler's been really strong for Australia. Just the little pieces today. Now Mexico going on a ranging run down that left side with Sanchez. She'll cross it in. Hopefully that's not the case for everyone. One looks like it's okay at the moment. I've got reasonable health on it, but you got your extra corner, Len, I can tell you that. So hopefully we're not having too many issues there. If so, it could be my signal. It has happened from time to time. There's Bernal now for Mexico. Now working it across Bernal. Bernal plays it across. Espinosa gets the ball returned to her in the centre circle. Just trying to work it out. Palacios wide, ball threaded through. It's a nice ball from Delgado, couldn't be controlled though. They turn it over as a little nudge from behind from Bernal on McKenna. There's a foul inside the last 5 minutes now. Pretty clear-cut foul, pretty straightforward for the referee. The referee's done a good job of just not getting too involved tonight. As we see Mary Fowler come off. It's our Chinese internet. Alana Kennedy comes off as well. So Alana Murphy will come on. And Remy Seamson. Opportunity there early for Seamson. So a change for Mexico as Fatima Servin comes on for Alexia Delgado. Ball floated forward here. Mexico on the attack, trying to get one back. Looking for that 3-2 result. Charlize Rule pushes it forward. Didn't quite clear, but falls into the path of Alana Murphy. We'll have another change now. They're coming thick and fast. Australia just happy to manage the clock down, I think. It will be the former Brisbane Roar player, Jamila Rankin, coming on for Caitlin Torpey. So the changes keep coming. Rankin now at Hoffenheim. Both sides now, 6 changes, 2 minutes of regulation time remaining. To be fair, Defunct back on the Chinese internet. It could well be my Chinese internet as well. I live in a new estate in New South Wales and anything can be put together. Maybe, just maybe, we've got some just in time for full time. The scoreboard's back. There we go. Look at that. Who would have thought it? A minute and a half left of regulation time and the Chinese internet comes to the fore. And it's great to have everyone that's persevered with some of our technological issues as Seamson plays it forward. Prodded out wide now. Ball chested down by one of the Mexican defenders. That is Robles. Played across by Servant. Now they work forward, Mexico towards halfway and put the ball out, looking for it. Maybe just a bit of magic, but Rule picks it off. 60 seconds of regulation time remaining. Holly McNamara is there, plays it back. It's going to be almost one out by Rebecca Bernal, but she's been hip and shouldered. And she'd be proud of if you were running through the midfield for, I'm not even sure, maybe the Fremantle Dockers. I think they're on top of the league at the moment, or the Sydney Swans. The Australian rules. It's certainly good to have you all tuning in. For those of you who are still here, if you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. You guys know the drill by this point. Sanchez will take the free kick here with just over 20 seconds of regulation time remaining. I'm not sure whether we'll have any added time. We had none in the first half. We certainly had some on Saturday night. It's headed across the face of goal by Bernal. It was a well-taken free kick. It was put into a dangerous area. Bernal just couldn't get behind the header and get it on target. It's too much angle and too much flight. It goes away unthreateningly. Well, we have 4 minutes of added time to be played, we're told. So there you go. We'll get some value out of our scoreboard after all. Good news is now that I've fixed it, I can move it back up so that I don't have to cover up the bit that says full time. Magic. Look at that. Second half. 40 seconds down of 4 minutes of added time. Ball pushed wide by Mexico. It pulls up well on this surface, but the official says it's just gone over the sideline. It must have been only millimetres across. The effort to chase it down by Kenty Robles of Pachuca was not quite. Well, it certainly wasn't the worst, but anyway, Mexico looking for, I was going to say, some respite, maybe just a bit of padding to the score line to make it 3-2. That's what they're chasing here. 1.5 minutes gone of our stoppage time. Sam Kerr with plenty of ice on that knee. Did see that she was hobbling early. Obviously, an area where she's had quite the issues before. Hopefully nothing too major. I certainly wouldn't think so, considering she played on for a significant period of time. Caitlin Ford threads the ball through for McKenna. Tried to play it back there for... Sorry, that was for McNamara. Tried to play it back for McKenna. Now Remy Seamson pushing up. Trying to put the pressure on. Espinoza. One of only 2 players to go in the book today with the referee. Well, thus far anyway, we've still got 2 minutes remaining. Both sides just, I'm going to be honest, I think they'd both be happy to get out of there. Yeah, Len, a better performance. Still some concerns around our defensive execution and playing out from the back. If we're going to persist with that, we need to do a lot better with it, I think, is the fair summarisation. There's some beautiful close work there by Elise Soto. Gets it in behind. Opportunity. Well dealt with at the back. Rules being good since she's come on. She's really stiffened up that defence. It'll be another corner. A bit of change of plans here, and Maria Sanchez will go over and take the corner instead of Elise Soto. Curls it in dangerously to the top of the 6-yard box, and again, Rebecca Bernal did well to get forward and get the header to it, but it was well off target, and we're into the final minute of what should be scheduled added time. So you'd have to say Australia should be quite comfortable here to lock in a win. A better performance, but still work to do. You'll take 3 goals, though. Player of the match, in my opinion. Well, Caitlin Ford's been very busy. She'd be right up there. Maybe Claire Wheeler. She's been really good as well. Saldivar for Mexico was really good, but it's hard to give that. If I was doing, the old 3-2-1, I would probably go just to Caitlin Ford for 3 points. Probably Saldivar for 2 points and Claire Wheeler for 1 point. So that is how I would do. And the referee says she's had enough. 4 minutes of added time is up. Claire Wheeler wanted the throw in. I'm not sure what she was worried about there, but well done. Thanks, Harry. Great for everyone to get that win for the Aussies after Saturday night's tough late loss. Just recapping, it was 2-1 at half time. The opening goal was scored by Alana Kennedy. We then had a leveller by Diana Ordonez. Caitlin Ford got a stunning goal and an own goal in that first half as well, of course. Possibly could have been credited to Sam Kerr. Len, your corners, I'm pretty sure you got home, mate. I'm pretty sure you got home there. Total corner kicks, 8. 8 corners, Len. So there we go. Happy times. Caitlin Ford scored 8 corners. Winner, chicken dinner. So that's full time here. We will be back on Thursday morning with our next live stream, Australian time. Everything I reference is Australian Eastern time. We'll be back on Thursday morning. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. As I said, we'll be back Thursday morning with our next live watch-along. That'll be England versus Costa Rica. Thursday night, we're going to have the Rabbitohs and Broncos NRL. And then Friday, we'll kick off the World Cup. We will have Mexico versus South Africa, the first game of the World Cup. And then we'll be into the weekend with plenty of stuff happening, plenty of games as well. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Owen. Great to have you. Thanks, Len. Hopefully you guys have hit subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Enjoy the fresh weather of Bendigo, Owen. And, yeah, great to have you all on. Good to see you all. Harry, D-Funk, thank you for getting involved in the commentary. We'll see you all soon. But until next time, thanks for tuning into your home of the Black and White of Sports. No grey opinions here. Exactly right, D-Funk. Thank you very much. Hit the like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you again next time here on the Chris McPherson Show. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.